Howdy folks, how you all diddling? Are you well? Yes, of course you are, you epic lot. Well, you ready for today's gameplay of Tanky Tanks? Oh lordy, today's reinstalment is a banger of a game. Now, some would say, how on earth did that happen? Well, just watch my fine fettle friends and you shall find out. Seek and ye shall find. So well done you, because you just found. It's strange, isn't it, that when the old tanking stars come into alignment, not very often I might add, but as freaky deaky as it is, let me give you an insight into what the heck I'm banging on about. Many moons ago, when Paleface walked this land, there was a thing called console, and there were many consolers who consoled. Tanky tanks. I being one of them. One day, whilst playing with my fellow consolers, being like the Fab Four who came together on this very map, and the countdown of the battle clock began. Unbeknown to this band of old farts, the old reprobates, the battle was to be one of epic proportions. So much so that it seemed like there were no other participants in the righteous war of metal beasts who like nothing more than slapping the shit out of other metal monsters. That's how they got the kicks. There were rounds going left, rounds going right, explosion here, explosion there, fire, flames, screams of terror. You could hear in the distance the begging for the mothers. Well, she was off out because she got bored of listening to the cussing and telling internet people that they were all crap and didn't know how to play the game. But the Fab Four battled on against all the odds, of which there were many that day, and it went down in history. We named it. We gave it a name. What the fuck just happened day? It was like Custer's last stand at the Battle of Little Bighorn or Zulu Dawn. But once the last of them dropped and the dust settled, the battle was won, and 15 tanks have been destroyed by the Fab Four. As we limped back to the garage, soaked with sweat, and one or two of us with piss too. Well, they are old farts, you know. Hard to control the bladders. Not me, of course. I had full control. So I didn't have any wet patches. That's what she said. But we were all filled with joy because we knew then that the old boys had achieved what many had tried to do but failed to do. The odds of that ever happening again was slim, to say the least. In fact, you had more chance of winning the lottery every week whilst wearing a pair of Stevie Wonder sunglasses whilst brandishing an inkless pen. So my internet brothers and sisters and my LGBTLSHITXYZ friends, they say lightning never strikes twice in the same place. Or does it? Now, the eerie thing is, it's this. We started on the south of the map, back then when we were all consolers. And we started on the south of the map this time too. Now, will lightning strike twice in the same place? I ask you. What's the chances of that happening? But there is a very, very famous saying, and it goes like this. He who dares wins, Rodders. You pays your money, you takes your chance. What does that mean? Well, just keep watching and you'll see what I'm banging on about. Now, you have to remember, for these Fab Four wrinklies, whose goal in life these days is to remember to put the teeth in on a morning. Alright, okay, just 3 of them have to remember that, because I rambo it every day. Every day I rambo it. You see, when you get to a certain age, it's not straightforward anymore to get up from a chair without the obligatory, "Oh, you bastard," sound as you're getting up or bending down, or you let a fart out and blame the cat or the dog and have to go and check to make sure it was not a wet one. You know what I mean? Now, I remember years ago, I was on holiday in Sri Lanka. It was all inclusive, meals, drinks, everything included. It was fabulous, fabulous. Really good price as well. But before I left, I had to take the anti-malarial tablets a few days before I was due to fly. Everything was going great. Arrived at the hotel, it was beautiful. Overlooking the ocean with a poolside bar, It was just beautiful. Palm trees, the whole shooting match, the whole 9 yards. It was gorgeous. There I was, sat on a bar stool with my then wife. There were many other tourists in the bar. It was early evening-ish, and the light was just starting to turn into darkness. You know, that sort of that middle bit where it's just going from sort of late afternoon into the evening. And I've been drinking beers and eating all the spicy food because everything is spicy, curried flavoured over there. Unbelievable. And I've been eating this stuff morning, noon and night, and I've been there 2 or 3 days. And I was sat at the bar on this bar stool, and I just had this urge came over to me to what I thought was just a silent fart. Well, I thought, you know, I'll just fart into the cushion of the bar stool. Nobody's going to know that. Nobody'd know, would they? Yeah, they're not going to hear it over all the noise and the lights and stuff. And if there was any odour, then I could basically blame it on somebody else in the bar. And had nothing to do with me. Don't know what you're talking about. But I don't know whether you know this or not. But you know when you empty an old radiator and all that horrible brown, black, runny stuff comes out, and you know you pour it into a bucket and it looks like dishwater. Well, that's what happened to me. I let go, and I felt what I can only describe as the radiator emptying into my cream-coloured shorts that I was wearing. It was like Mount Vesuvius. It was reignited and threw a plume of ash and rock miles up into the atmosphere, only the atmosphere for me was all down my legs. So as I got off the bar stool and then went on to do the old penguin walk back to the room to shower and change, I was grateful really that the sunburn that I got over the last couple of days, it didn't add to my embarrassment because all my face was red from the sun. But as I say, that was limited to the same penguin walk. Then the plumage and vomit, having to peel off my shorts and clean myself up. It was disgusting and it was horrible. But I learnt a very valid lesson that day. I learnt a very valid lesson, and that is don't let one rip when you're in a foreign country, in foreign lands. It is called Delhi belly if you go to India. This Delhi belly that never exists. Well, it does, I can assure you, it does exist. So I guess the moral of the story is don't ever trust a fart of any proportions whatsoever when you're in a foreign land and you've been eating foreign land's food. Now, if you want to be a bloody legend, what you need to do is hit that like and subscribe button if you're enjoying this channel and you enjoy my content, because it also helps me to build my channel. We're up to 91 subscribers. 91 subscribers. That's amazing for me. I'd like to get it to 100. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. So hit that like and subscribe. And if you want to hit the notification bell as well, that'll let you know whenever I next post a video. I'm posting a video every couple of days or every few days because I really don't want to just, you know, give you mass videos that you'll watch for about 30 seconds and then move on. I'm hoping it's interesting enough and brightens your day a little bit and puts a smile on your fizzer that you think, oh, this guy's okay, he's not too shabby. So hit that like and subscribe. Really helps the channel out a lot and helps me grow my subscribership. So do it now while you got the chance. But anyway, we're nearly at the end of the game. How are we doing? Not too shabby. Not too shabby. We're still kicking, just not as high as we used to, of course. Come on. There's one. Can I take you out? Can I take you out? Yes. Shouldn't have done that, buddy boy. You shouldn't have done that. Now, this little tank here, the M10RBFM, if you didn't know what it was, and I'll be amazed if you didn't, is a great little tank. It's an epic little tank. Fires every few seconds. It does fairly decent damage throughout. It's got crap all for armour, so if you do want to get this tank, it's well worth getting, well worth playing, and you'll have a whole heap of fun in this tank. Back to the Indian thing. Ow. Oh, pale face. That'll be me then, eh? So I'm not sure whether you actually noticed or not, but if you look at the battle makeup, there is 4 Wongs. The Wong ones in this game. All of us got into the same game, which is not so unusual these days. but we managed to get into the game together, which was good. And no, we don't cheat as a clan, that's for sure. So if ever we get into a game and we're on opposing sides, I can rest assured that we don't cheat at all, period. Because it goes against the grain for us, because we'd rather play fairly and squarely. It makes the game more boring and pointless if you're going to cheat. So we don't do that, and we certainly don't condone anybody doing that at all. So if ever you see us out on the battlefield on opposing teams, rest assured that we are playing the game fairly and squarely, and we don't give any information or anything like that over, because we just wouldn't do that. Because, as I say, we believe the game needs to be fair and level and above board, and that's the only way you can do that. Because you're kind of sucking the fun out of it then, aren't you, if you're giving information over and all that kind of crap. So anyway, we don't do it. But we're nearly at the end of the game. We're nearly there. There's only 3 tanks left, 1 artillery, and a couple of 1 attack destroyer, and it looks like a medium to me. But I'm going to go down and I'm going to see if I can take out that artillery piece, because I saw his round coming from this ravine here. The wadi. That's what they call it, a wadi. Well, I suppose it is if you were over in Afghanistan somewhere like that. It's a wadi. To me, it's a little ravine. But that little Afifi artillery piece, that thing is an absolute beast. And I know that Wargaming said that when it first came out, that this is a one-time opportunity. You're never ever going to be able to buy this tank again in the future. Well, a few months later it came back out again. Go figure, huh? Wargaming wanting to make even more money. Want to get more money from your pockets. It's funny that, isn't it, eh? Now, I much prefer these big wide open maps, and I love this new map, Oyster Bay. That's my absolute #1 favourite map in the game by far. It's beautiful. It's just one of these maps that you just think, oh god, this is gorgeous. And even if there's not a lot going on, you get a lot of pleasure in just look at. Do you see what they've done with the water? Next time you play at Oyster Bay, look into the water. It's so cool, it really is. And if you zoom right the way out, if you can zoom up to about 400 metres out and have a look, it's stunning. You see all the little twinkling of the water and all that kind of stuff. It's amazing, it really is. And of course, the new update is just round the corner. I think it's this coming Tuesday when it goes live. I know I had the pre-download thing it's a little button you click on in this game centre thing to say that it'll pre-download any future updates when they get released. But so that'll be interesting when that comes in. I know they've ditched a few things, but hey ho, there you go. There's the last guy dead. Let's go to the post-game stats and I'll show you what I was talking about with this game. So yes, my fine fettle friends, we managed to take out 14 of the opposing team. How cool is that? So lightning does strike twice sometimes. Anyway guys, I'm going to leave it there. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.